afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. It's time for the deliberative for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2024. All of council is here, as is our solicitor. Mr. Solicitor, take it over.
Thank you, Your Honor, members of council, members of the public, and administration. Welcome to the Monday, July 22nd, 2024 deliberative meeting for the City of Chester. The following contract approvals are before council for consideration. Resolution 76, to authorize approval of a memorandum of understanding with the County of Delaware for the deployment of county law enforcement / emergency services personnel beginning July 15th, 2024 through until September 9th, 2024. Resolution 77, to authorize the electricity supply agreement with Constellation New Energy Incorporated for the purchase and supply of electricity at the fixed rate contract price of 0.05986 per kilowatt hour beginning December 1st, 2024. Following resolutions are for final passage. Resolution 78, to authorize the install of a handicap parking zone in the 1800 block of West 6th Street and in the 100 block of West 7th Street. Resolution 79, to authorize the Solicitor's Office to prepare a notice of intent to terminate the lease agreement with United Road Services Incorporated for the property located at 1001 West 2nd Street, Chester, Pennsylvania 19013. Resolution 80, to authorize the submission of an application for the Multimodal Transportation Fund grant of $2.5 million from the Commonwealth Financing Authority to be used for the Overtown Streetscape Improvement Project. Resolution 81, to authorize submission of a grant application with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, DCNR, for the Community Conservation Partnerships Program, C2P2, in the amount of $100,000 to improve the Sun Village Park Playground. Resolution 82, to authorize submission of a grant application to the Environmental Protection Agency through the Community Change Grants Program for Inflation Reduction Act funds in an amount not to exceed $20 million to be used for pollution reduction and greenhouse gas emission reduction infrastructure projects across the city in collaboration with local organizations. Resolution 83, to authorize sale of properties included in the agreement of sale and redevelopment agreement from the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Chester as amended to Chester Site 1 LLC, Chester Site 2 LLC, and Chester Site 3 LLC for redevelopment under a novation agreement with the Redevelopment Authority. In addition to the foregoing resolutions, the following ordinances will be introduced. 1, 2024 budget amendment. 2, repeal Article 1545 entitled Fire Control Measures in its entirety and enact new Article 1545 entitled Sale of Defective Fire Extinguishers Prohibited to ensure any fire extinguisher sold, traded, loaned, or given away is in proper working order. 3, repeal Article 1551 entitled Licensing Fire Protection Equipment Installers and Contractors in its entirety and enact new Article 1551 entitled Fire Protection Equipment Contractor Licensing Requirement to ensure any contractor that designs, installs, modifies, performs maintenance on, inspects, tests, or in any other way services fire protection equipment within city limits meets a minimum certification requirement for licensing. That would conclude today's list.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Any questions or comments, council?
Yes, can we go over Resolution 76 so I have an understanding of what our police department is asking for or what services will be provided?
So I could just briefly state that through a grant, the county is funding the deployment of law enforcement personnel in the city of Chester.
Is that the MOU you sent
Yes.
us the other day?
Yes,
And are they, all the officers coming from the county?
they're coming from the Park Police, I understand, and emergency services from the county.
So it's no secret, as I've been up here numerous times, about our staffing issues. Working with the receivers team, along with the FOP, with Mr. Leitner's fully aware, Thursdays, we've had meetings, and we're talking about our staffing issues. So basically, what it comes down to is almost doing a joint task force, kind of like we have with our narcotics task force, different task force that we have. So what the agreement was is to deploy more officers on the street, that it's a grant through the county, it's the county grant. So two of the positions for the police department is the operations center, where someone's in control of NCIC, the PSP system, and the other one is the turnkey, who has to deal with prisoners. So now, with this agreement in place, thank God, that it'll bring in a park cop to be a turnkey, which they've done before when we had the courts there, and then it'll bring someone from 911 and media just to control the system. So it deploys 2 more officers on the street for manpower.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I just want to say I am happy to see that we have, what is this, 3 grants on here? So thank you to Asia and thank you to the mayor. Get as much money as we can get in the city, so I'm glad to see we are applying for grants. It's my hope that we continue to apply for as many grants as we can, so that way we can bring in more resources and more money into the city. I'm also happy to see 83 is on the resolution. I know I had a conversation with the receiver and the chief of staff in reference to that, and so I'm glad we're moving forward with that project. So thank you, Lisa and Chief, for both of your hard work on that.
I got a question on 77, the resolution for our new electric supply agreement. I mean, as simple as it looks and sounds, I don't think what is simple is all the electric that we have that we pay for with the city. So does this cover everything? Our public property, our light, street lights, or is there a breakout of what this covers?
This covers all of our.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. This is a,
Oh, you know what's 79? I did want to know about that one.
just, is this a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year?
18 months.
18 months. Is that in here?
It should be a few times.
It is not.
It's not.
Which one are you referencing?
77. The electric supply agreement.
It's in the agreement, isn't it?
It's in the agreement.
It's in the agreement?
We have,
Okay.
but we're still, right now, we're looking to go into contract, but as you know, the electric rates change every day. So until you guys pass this to say we're going to contract, then we'll know whether the 18-month or the 24-month at that date and time will be the best rate. So right now, the last we looked at this, we got this, originally submitted it, it was for an 18-month contract. But by the time this passes on Wednesday morning, we'll know what the new rates are that morning. To determine if this will be an 18, 24-month, whatever that case is.
What's the difference between the 18 months and the 24 month?
It just depends on the market at the time. So you might get a better rate for a shorter term, or it just depends on what the market conditions are that day. I think we have to make a decision, we have to make a decision by 4 o'clock that day or something like that for electric. 5. So the rates come out that morning, we have to make a decision by 5 o'clock, or if not, the next day we get new rates.
So will we be responding by 5 o'clock? Who will be doing the responding by 5 or before?
We, myself or
So,
pay, whatever the rates are at that point in time, we'll look, and make that decision. If it's still at that rate, it might be a little lower, it might be a little higher. If it's a little higher, we might hold off and see what the rates are involved. But we try to, at this time, that's what the rate was when we sent the tuition contract.
okay.
And Constellation wasn't the only people, the only company.
But they gave us the best,
Right,
the best.
okay. I'm sorry.
79. Can you explain what lease are we terminating?
So as you all know, we purchased that property on 291 for a new public works site.
Oh, Lloyd Street.
Yes.
Okay.
Lloyd and
29, yep.
Yeah. Currently, there's a company that's occupying the space, and they're leasing the space to store their vehicles. We have to give them a 120-day notice to cancel the lease as we start preparing for site work, construction work for that new site.
Okay. Now, is that going out for bid, the construction work? Or,
It will go on the list.
okay,
It has to. So right now, I know, Andrew Hayman and David Sports, the engineer, they're working through all that stuff now. They're gonna be doing site work preparation and looking at architectural design work. Once all that's done and they have construction documents, it will be on.
okay. I know at the previous facility, we had that was getting ready to be fixed up. Before we fixed it up, we had already put it off a bid and awarded it to S.J. Thomas. How did that work out? Are they still doing any work for us, or I know, okay,
We gave them notice that we're no longer gonna be doing work on that site. I think there was an issue, but didn't solve that issue.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the payment.
Yeah, so everything worked out. We gave them sufficient notice. They talked with our legal team talked with their legal team. But there's nothing else they have to do on that side.
okay,
This will be a new bid.
okay.
Anything else from council? How about those of you out there? Any questions, comments? Sure.
Good afternoon, Mayor and the council. I just wanted to piggyback on what Councilman Green had mentioned about the potential of all the new grants that are coming in. We're working with the team that Mayor Roots put together for the EPA grant for $20 million. It's an incredible, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you don't see this much money being pushed out to communities around the country, and it probably won't happen again, or if it does, it won't be during our lifetime. So I just wanted to let you know that the portion that I'm working on specifically is for lead in children. And if you're not aware, when children are exposed to lead, it leads to a decrease in their IQ. It increases their risk of having intellectual disabilities. It increases their tendency to be more violent. It increases their chance of being incarcerated, and it's a big deal. And we used to have a lead testing program here with the city. It hasn't existed for a number of years, so we don't know what's going on with our children and the extent to which they may be exposed to lead through the air, through their water, through the soil. It's a really big deal. So I personally want to say, please allow us to submit this grant, because I am ready to get all up in lead's face. And we got to make sure that our kids are protected, because they don't have a chance. We can't eat healthy enough. We can't exercise enough our way to good health if the environment is literally holding us back and killing us and impacting our kids' ability to perform well in school, to get a good education, to go to college, technical school, trade school, or to get a job. And so we can't expect our people to do better if they just don't even have a chance. So please allow this to pass so that we can get to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yep.
Ms. Asia. Oh, you don't have to get out. I was just curious, is that, I see in the script here, the EPA grant is listed as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. Is it? Is it? Oh, okay. Very good. I didn't realize it came under that umbrella. I also would like to take this opportunity and remind me in future deliberatives to kind of get a hint as to what presentations we might be expecting for Wednesday. Does anyone have an idea of what we might be expecting for council meeting as far as presentations are concerned?
We have the,
Okay, infant mortality presentations, that's going to be presented by the, okay.
Les?
Okay. Infant mortality, 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, Ms. Rosetta, are you saying someone is doing a possibly a 15-minute presentation? I can barely hear you over here.
it's gonna be a 10-minute infant mortality presentation.
Can you make sure they bring information that can be passed out so that I can add it as a copy to the meeting? Because apparently, I believe we have a lot of presentations
Okay.
on that day.
Okay.
And take, I don't wanna, us do presentations and then the end is comments and stuff, and my tape run out
Sure.
on me. So the paperwork helped me a lot, with that.
Sure. Exactly.
How many presentations are we
And
doing?
the reason for this one,
Three?
Want to find out.
and the reason for this one, Mayor and Council, is because in the last 4 or 5 months, we have lost 5 infants from the ages 0 to 9 months. And that's extremely high. So we want to be able to educate the people in the community. So we met with the police department, Captain Morgan, and also some other providers to talk about this. So it's really important. Thank you.
Thank you. What else we got?
So there's 3 presentations. There's the infant mortality, and then Colliers is going to do a presentation. That's an engineering firm. And then I have the Q2 report. So those are your 3 presentations for Wednesday.
All right. Anything else from anyone? Up here, down there? This meeting's adjourned.